just realized that I didn't tell you why I called. And I wondered if I could, I already talked to Janine Rose, so I kind of said my piece, but I was curious to ask you if you work with Ty, right? Are you the photographer?
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, because I don't want to think about this longer than I have to, but my question is to Ty, and you could pass it along. And for his own sake, too, I don't know why this man that you all interviewed, Daryl Davis, is considered this activist, other than I guess he's been around a long time, and I don't want to sound like I'm attacking him unfairly. It's just that what I'm confused about is my complaint isn't just with Daryl Davis, and I have a lot, because, I mean, he's attacked me personally. I've watched him for about the past year and a half, interrupting people just about every single meeting a few times. But my complaint isn't just with him. It's why are they so bad at doing anything about it? Because everyone else behaves pretty much. You know, I mean, of course you will have people once in a while, but literally every single time I got up there, he interrupted me, and it's really hard to stay focused for your little 5-minute interval, and now I've heard they've reduced it to 3. But the thing is check this out. Like, I accidentally got dragged into Daryl Davis's, little ring of forum, whatever he wants to call it, and tried to share that I was 20 years ago beaten up by an African American woman over a subway token, a police officer, and just these bizarre things that happen to us. Everyone, no one knows what everyone's experiences. You know what I mean? And I just meant to, and I said too much, because that's not something you want to talk about when you have 5 minutes in front of the entire city. You know what I mean? But I had hoped to make a quick point, and put myself on the line for a moment. But then Daryl Davis stands up, walks out of the room, makes this huge protest that I'm somehow choosing to talk to him because of my experience. It was horrible, and he does it every single time. And then before I got to really wind things down with him or see which direction it went in, or even talk about what I originally went there to talk about, which was the ivy growing on the trees on the parkway, that they're all falling down.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can I take your name and number?
Well, no, because now I'm officially embarrassed. But I'll just end with this, that I had the police take something from me illegally, a puppy, a small dog. And even that, Daryl Davis will say, how come she gets to talk 6 minutes about a puppy? And I'm talking about the police taking my property, Fourth Amendment rights, blah, blah, blah. The man doesn't listen, and he's selfish, blah, blah, blah. But my question is, why don't the police or I don't want to see Daryl Davis arrested or anything. It's not like that. But why does everyone get punished when it's really just one man? And my question is, does Ty Milburn realize the degree to which Daryl Davis seems like not a Ponzi, but just like an actor? Like, I don't know if he's a hired actor, if it's just his own little political career. He's trying to, Jesse Jackson together for himself or whatever. I don't know, but it's infuriating to see Ty Milburn, and you are filming him. So I'm yelling at you too, because it's like, whose orders are you following? Because this guy is a joke, and I think he's a handsome man. He could be an articulate man, and he's charismatic. But too many times, I know you're bored with me, but let me just say this, because I don't want you to misunderstand. The first time I addressed Daryl Davis in January around, I think it was last year, I pointed out that he decided for every child in Bowman Towers that none of them would be interested in yoga, when he scoffed at the mayor and blah, 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 blah. So I went there 2 weeks later and pointed out that that's a pretty racist thing for you to say. I don't know if I said racist, but that's a pretty, assuming thing for you to say. You don't speak for every human being, and that's the problem. Racism has evolved, if you want to say that, or I don't know. It's a touchy subject, but I meant well. But what he did was turn it into, it's like he turns this point upside down on his head, started calling me Snow White, um, and just saying these ridiculous things. Now I forgot my point because I know you want to get off the phone, but um, I don't know. I'm just trying to convince you because I don't want to. I don't need to. This is the third time I'm telling this long story. Um, will you just pass that along? That, or actually, can you tell me like who is Darrell Davis to you? Like why would Ty Milburn give him so much time on television and even have him smirk? He's going to follow the rules as everybody else does. Like he's enjoying himself. Himself.
Give a number? Because we actually have to go.
Okay, so you can't
Can't
give me any insight as to why, you know, like.
To name a number, deliver your message.
Well, I can always call back. I just wondered because I'm gonna try to not think about this anymore. This was supposed to take 5 minutes 2 hours ago.
Okay. Well, have a good day.
And so you're really not going to even say anything but make me feel like a total asshole? When you could answer the phone, you know, in a more professional way, and I'm not going to go there again, but I'm surprised that you're giving me nothing.
I think you name a number, deliver your message.
You can't even say that you don't know why he was assigned to talk. Who decides that Ty's going to talk to Darrell Davis? Does Ty decide he's going to talk to Darrell Davis? Is that the most interesting person for him to cover for a story? Is that how it works? Because that's why I called 2 hours ago, and I'm sorry it took me a long time to ask my question, but you could give me that, maybe.
What did Janine Rose tell you?
I just left a message. They passed me on to her voicemail. And I told her everything. I even told her how rude I was to you.
Okay. Well, we have to go on the story now, but if you don't want to leave your name and number, you should call back.
Okay, but I don't, that's what I'm saying. If I don't think to call back, you really can't give me anything? Like how does it work? Is Darrell Davis a friend of Ty's? Is that how it is?
No, he's not. They don't know each other.
Okay, well that's reassuring. Maybe I'll try back later.
Thank you.